Here we go. Let's start off with Bitcoin, I guess, since that's what I'm looking at. We made a new high. Yeah, I think we're going to go up again. We'll probably go up to, I don't know, 83, 86, 87, something like that. Well, this is weird. I show a newer high on mine. But if we don't have a newer high, then we might not go up here. Going up to 88 was based off of making a higher high than this. So yeah, that's not guaranteed now. Let's see what Ethereum looks like. Okay, Ethereum made a higher high, so Ethereum's probably going to go to 2800. Unless, nope, that's lower. That is lower RSI. So that's a divergence. So what we have here is you have a divergence, but you also have a squeeze. And this is a bad candle. I mean, this is nowhere to be entering this unless you set a zero stop. Yeah, you'll probably come down. I would think at least 2230, and then make a decision. That would be my guess. Again, I don't like this chart. This isn't a true bottom to me. This needs to drop again, at least one more time. And so that would be my thought with Bitcoin also. What about Ripple? Ripple, I would have thought you would have come back up here, 184, and you still might, but yeah, that could go either way. Yeah, I wouldn't be in any crypto though right now, not with where any of it's at. They're all in no man's land. I mean, you could buy that and set your stop at like 80, I guess, if you really had to. Let's look at futures. I don't expect much. I was kind of hoping that we'd run, just kept squeezing up, but it hasn't done that. Dropped from my short area, and then it bounced. This is just all kinds of divergences. And look, it's already rolled over. This whole run has just been on borrowed time ever since that first pop. It should have had this pop and then it should have rolled over and been done. But it was like, no, must manipulate up. And you can see it here with RSI. This is people like, oh, geez, do I have to buy? Honestly, this is just no enthusiasm at all. And you can see it here too. I mean, you had enthusiasm off that pump because kind of everyone knew it would pump. But then after it rolled over, this is all ever since April 2nd, it's just been, this is all manipulation. It never should have gone that high. And you can see it right here. This is just exhausted. It's just short squeezing up. I don't think there's any real buyers in here. I mean, I'm sure there's, day traders and that, but if people are investing in this, they're friggin' nuts. VIX has divergence. VIX is just getting close. We could come down into this box, I guess, if we were going to get super bullish. But again, this is, people are buying VIX enthusiastically or more enthusiastically than they are the markets. I think they're forced to buy the markets. They're willingly buying VIX. And this is a joke. But again, we haven't broken down. They keep trying to break it down, but they can't. And as soon as we get and close above 105, that'll set off the short squeeze. And then we'll pop right back up out of here. And that should put pressure on gold. I'm not sold on gold. I think gold rolls over here. People are way too bullish on gold. And again, gold could pop. I'm not going to sell gold ever, but I'm not going to be in a big hurry to rush out and buy it here either. The Dow should be the weakest. And yeah, it's just topping around here, I think. That is so weird. That's 626. That has to be wrong. That has to be an error. Or someone just mistakenly bought a share for that much. Or it's a signal to the market that that's their target. Who knows? The thing is, tomorrow, and let's see if it'll show it. Maybe. No, but tomorrow you have, okay, there it is. Wow, why so far back? What is going on with this thing? Why is it not up to date? Okay. But anyways, there's PPI tomorrow. So that's an inflation gauge. And I wish this thing wasn't broken. Oh. Why will it not do this? But anyways, oh, there it is. Finally. Jeez. Okay. So PPI that's an inflation gauge that comes out tomorrow. The previous was 0.7. It's expected to jump to 1.1. That's the expected jump. So the inflation is going to come in. I mean, they're even expecting it to come in hot, really hot tomorrow. So the market probably won't care. It can probably squeeze up, but that's just showing you that the market's delusional. It has no idea what's happening. Realistically, it should see this number and it should scare the crap out of it and sell it off. But we'll see. Yeah, let's look at some hyper uraniums. 5:30 a.m. that's my time zone, so that's an hour before market open. I thought, I think I said I thought SMR bottomed today because it hit that 880 and it did it during market hours and with divergence on the hourly. And so I'm pretty sure I let everyone know that I was all over that again. So I think this one is finally bottomed and we haven't broken out yet, but I will venture to say we're about to. And knowing these, it should be violent, hopefully violent. I know Japan has just reinstigated their nuclear programs. So did someone else. I'm blanking, but two companies that abandoned it just reversed because of the oil issue. And Japan was one of them. So again, that's going to put more pressure on uranium, and that'll probably show up more in the miners, which, yeah, baby, here we go. DNN's ready to go again. 5% day, very quietly. Oh, EU, look at that. See how that's pinching down? This is ready to pop. This is ready to pop big time. This is where I would be. This is where I would start looking. Definitely. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this RSI just curling. This is on a daily. I mean, you could draw this as far back as you wanted to. This thing is. You want the first bounce, which is right here. So this thing, technically, yeah, the buy was back here. But yeah, this looks fantastic. This should show up on the weekly also. Oh yeah. Look at those candles. Yes. Yes. Okay. I think uranium is warming up. Wow, look at that. Look at that chart. That chart looks great. Is our little runner going to run? Should. Okay, let's go back to the hypers. Oklo was the only other one. Centrus, I had already thought bottomed, and that looks great. That looks great. Oh, that looks great. SMR, we already talked about. Nano, I thought had already bottomed back here, so that looks good. We're breaking out there. Fantastic. Light Bridge, I thought had already bottomed. That is, it's already going. Price just hasn't caught up to the buying. This thing's going to pop. You watch, we're going to get a 30% day out of this thing. And Oklo's ready to go. That's ready to start ripping. Yeah, it had a 7% day already. Look, I didn't even realize these had these 5% days. And that's really nothing. The big days are coming up. I mean, tomorrow, if we don't pull back, we should start launching. And if we pull back, I'm going to be all over these. And let's see, because oil looked good also. See, these are looking great. Indo didn't quite break out. Close. But I mean, it's not like it had to do it today. But yeah, that made a good move. Let's see, what am I looking? Halliburton. I want to look in the OIH. Look at that. That looks ready to pop. I think OIH is ready to run. Well, I know PBR is. Look at that. I love this stock. Are we going to get a run out of Cosmo? Come on. Transocean should be going. These all should have broken out, but yeah. It is what it is. BHP, that looks great. Valco. Noble looks good. Suncoke, this is interesting to me. Is this finally going to get off the dirt? We'll see. Boar, always good. Above support. Again, this is a long trend line that we're setting up above. So, I mean, this thing's getting ready to go crazy. Crazy. All those tankers that Trump keeps talking about that are coming to the Gulf to get filled, what exactly do people think they're going to fill those with? I mean, it's not like Magic Oil and Gas Ferry is going to deliver magic oil and gas from oil and gas beans. It's not how it works. That is competition that's showing up. And it's competition for price. People are about to get very, very hosed. And these companies are about to start going through the roof because they're going to be the beneficiaries of that competition. This is a bottom to me. That is a good bottom. See how we have the hourly. We've got a low during market. We've got divergence. High peak. This one should be good. Yeah, when this 50 starts turning up and crossing over that 200, it'll push this price way up here into the $11, $12 range. That's just what we're waiting for. We're just waiting for the trigger. Actually, the trigger's already happened. The market just hasn't figured it out yet. We're just ahead of the game. Hmm. Yeah, that should be our low. EC, another one that I love. This and PBR, my two South American favorites. Okay. HNRG, that's in coal. And I think that bottomed also the other day. Dun, 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 dun. I'm in coal, right? Yeah, okay. Hallador. That does not look good, but it. Huh. We hit a low today. I don't like that. This should be good though, because this should run with. This should be running. This should run with steel. We have bullish divergence on the hourly. This should start to turn over and start running. This is the one, Ramco. Yeah, this is like my hyper coal. I think this one has a chance to double real quick. That's getting ready to make a move, I think. Oh, look at that. Look at that pinch coming down. This thing could fly too. Huh. Very interesting. sorry. Hmm. But this reminds me of something I wanted to look at. Oh, girl was up. There was a stock that I always keep forgetting. And it's going to run. I'm like, it's going to run. And then I forget about it. Um, it's one of those weird ones that has like an oi at the end. Oh, what's ET going to do? That bloody candle. I don't believe you. Is it range? No, is it Ramaco? No. No, I'll find it. Anyways. Alloy. Ooh. Right on the 50. I mean, obviously you've got to get above here. Call it 13. And you probably will, because you've gone this far. You'll probably go to the upper Bollinger, which would close this cup. So I bet you actually spike out of the upper Bollinger because I think you're bullish. So I think you get to probably 15 or so, and then maybe a pullback and then start ripping up. But this is definitely bullish. And this is a great looking chart. This is a leading diagonal. This looks just like the hypers, the hyper uraniums. This looks just like them. Alloy, what are these? Domestic supply chain resilience for rare earth and magnets. So I guess that would kind of put them in the, I mean, they're in a similar sector, but kind of the same hype. But yeah, this is a leading diagonal. See all this overlap? Nothing but overlap, overlap, overlap. And then it shoots down. And these are where you have the lightning in and then rocket out. Here's your lightning bolt in, and now you're starting to rocket out. But this right here at 780, that may have been a long-term low. I hate saying generational because you never know, but that may have been like a multi-wave low. IPI. And this is still really cheap. I mean, you're looking at 27 to pop out of here. So you're looking at this thing to double. If you can get this on a pullback, like if you can get this at 1040, 1050, yeah. If this shoot drops for whatever reason, and that would, I mean, if the market shot up and then these all dropped, I mean, that'd be really nice. I don't know how it does it, but I don't know how it's been doing it these last couple days. Okay. IPI. Again, one of my favorites. There's corn and wheat, which should just be starting to turn around. We should be in a bottoming process here. Let's see if we got the divergence on the hourly. Yep. Oh, here's your real low. Yeah, that was a big time divergence. And here's your real low. So this is just back testing. So what we probably have here is like a 1 2 1 2, and then this should, if that's the case, this should really start ripping tomorrow. I mean, we should get a 41 42, and we've seen this thing. We've seen what this is capable of doing. This is capable of going stupid on days. So let's hope we can get a stupid day. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome to pop out of here and just go like mad straight to the upper Bollinger. But these are going to have a day like that. These are going to have a oh crap day where the market realizes that they're completely backwards on all their trades and they need food and energy. And then they come bum rushing into these. Grow should be very similar. And that has the benefit of South America. Brazil. Which is really good because South America, for the most part, stays out of the war quagmires until we invade them, I guess. Yeah, here's just your inverse head and shoulders, and we should be getting ready to start climbing out of here. It's not the best chart, but it is oddly bullish, and you might as well ride it as long as you can. I saw an article about this, so I wanted to look at the chart. Yeah, we probably go to 11. So we break 10 on my beloved Trox, I think. Oh, yeah, look, that's going to, look at that. That's getting ready to pop again. Ooh, I'm going to have me a Trox day. Ooh, yeah. That should put me way up there. $13, $14. And again, this was all you needed to be was a little brave. When I put this out in the group for everyone back in November, I said, this is, if it can hold it, this is fantastic because you've held this low. You're doing all this coiling. So this thing should shoot out of here. And we have. I mean, the buy was $2-3. So yeah, 3x on this one already. Oh, that energy company is going to drive me batty if I don't remember it. still think this is getting ready to break out also. Well, clearly, I mean, it is breaking out. Ramco, we looked at, I thought. Is it the Ramco that I keep thinking of? It's hard when you have so many stocks. Steel. Steel should start running again. Look at that. And it blew past the upper Bollinger, which is why it's down 3% aftermarket. Cliff looks good. I don't know what to make of this, because energy should be putting pressure on this. But again, we blew up a bunch of steel plants. Vale. Jeez. Alcoa. Even Posco looks okay. Posco is South Korea. That doesn't look nearly as good as IPI. That looks great. That looks like it's breaking out. This was another one. Big time buys. Glencore. That's the one. Aha. Okay, yeah. Every time I'm like, this thing is gonna run. I need to get in on it. And every time I look at it, it's running. Okay. Yeah, that is. Look at that. Another one of these energy mining companies that the entire life of this stock was built for this moment right now. It was just building up and building up and building up, and now it's breaking out for the first time in its life. It is free air. Almost. And again, this is where you want to be for the next 5, 10 years. Metal, mineral, and energy and agricultural commodities. That's just like check all the boxes. Metal, check. Mineral, check. Energy, check. Agricultural, check. Geez, good Lord. No wonder it just goes up like a rocket ship. That's like the holy grail of everything you want to be in. God, that is a fantastic looking chart too. Jeez. That's just breaking out too. Yeah. I bet this is going to have a monster day pretty soon. Okay. Kind of been all over the place, looking at a bunch of stocks. Anybody got anything they want to look at? Ooh, you Amy should be getting close. You Amy should be getting very close. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at those giant crab claws on a big green engulfing candle. Yeah, this thing, 11% day. Yeah, this thing wants to move. Jeez. That thing's got to come back to Earth someday. Way outside the Bollinger. Amprius is running again. I took all my shorts off of Amprius. This definitely turned out to be the winner out of my AMPX. I forget what the other one was. I'll probably find it here. But yeah, that thing's a beast. ASTS, are you going to come down ever? I expect money to start coming out of these because these need the materials and energy. Same thing with your rocket labs. They need the materials and energy. It's time for the materials and energy to run. Now, Iridium's different because that's a different monster. They have the satellites. That's why I'm super bullish on them. Except I need them to pull back. Dang it. Qubits, I'm still short on. Although that looks like it might be ready to break out. That doesn't make any sense. That can't be right if Qubits runs. I think it's hitting its head more so than breaking out. Yeah, that's not above the mid Bollinger, so I'm hoping that this gets rejected again. Triple D is an odd duck. It looks like it's going to break out at least up to 230, I think. And I figured out what the need for this is. This definitely is a war play. Because the future of combat is they're going to put these 3D printers in trucks, and you'll print out your drone as you're driving, and then you can launch your drone when you get to your destination. And then while that drone's flying, you can print out another one, and then another one, etc. So that's where these things are coming in. That's why they're hot, because they're basically mobile drone printers, or that's what their intent is. Yes, I did short iridium. That's why I need it to come down. I rode it all the way up that run. I mean, iridium's crazy. That run was ridiculous. I mean, I was in this whole run, and so I bailed out here in the 30s, and I shorted it, and I was hoping to parachute down to the 28 and then 25. But so far it gave me these 2 dojis and 1 red candle. And then a big green candle, but it still hasn't broken the high. So I think we roll over. And I do think we come back down here. But yes, I am bullish iridium long term. I just sold out because that was a massive move. Yeah, I mean, I took it from 16, 17. No, it was 16, 15, 16 up to 30s. So I had a good run. Now I want it back. LAS. This should start to pick up bids again. Yeah, we're getting close. And we have divergence if this turns. If we turn this, then we've got divergence, and LAS should be ripping again. I'm watching NEO because if gas is going to start going through the roof, that should be your EV play, at least for a little bit, until the wheels fall off the economy, which they've already fallen off. Wall Street just hasn't figured it out yet. Just like oil, they're behind the curve. These couldn't even get a bid, huh? AREC, that should be right in there. It's trying. That's not nearly as good as the others. But you do have bullish divergence here. So we just need to get above the 5 MA, which is right where we closed, 215, right in that range. What is that? This one? Oh, that looks pretty good. Delaware Basin. Jeez. When did that happen? What is that? I don't like how high the RSI was. That's my only issue. Usually you want bearish divergence on a high RSI because that makes it look like 3 waves. 1, 2, 3. And then you probably correct out of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this probably has a big pullback still. Although I don't, yeah, you'll probably bounce up and then pull back. You'll probably close this gap here. But yeah, I don't like how that peaked on RSI. But that is crazy. BTAL. No, yeah, it's not BTAL. That's something weird. Anti-beta fund. Hmm. Ew, what's UROI look like? Oh, there's the other one. ATLX. That's the one that lost out to AMPX. AMPX was clearly the better choice out of these two. But this is getting ready to run again. And it does have big swings. And that is one heck of a really. Yeah, if it breaks that, then I look for it to go to 7. And I think it'll probably break that. Yeah, Roy looks good. At least a bounce up to 387. Let's see if crypto has made any moves. No, although that looks like it's pushing up a bit. I hope this just squeezes up. That's what I want to see. I want to see it keep running through the night and then get bad PPI tomorrow and then drop it. That's what I'd like to see, but we'll see what happens. It'll probably get bad PPI and dip a little and then start ripping up again. Just because it's completely irrational. But yeah, the PPI number should smack the market in the face. This is getting ready to break out. I think, like above 98.50. And that'll be a sign of a bigger breakout. All right. Did everyone see everything they wanted to see? Anything else? I'm just curious. Oracle up 12%. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think that's just running to the upper Bollinger, get rejected. We'll see if it gets followed through. That looks like it's breaking out actually. And the video is close. It's in that range. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. And they're the big reporter this week. I think they report pre-market Wednesday. Oh, knack. Wow, knack had a 9% day. it closed the gap, so I never know really what to think of NAC. I mean, it's clearly bullish. It's breaking out. Hopefully, insiders have some good news that we are not privy to yet. Yeah, look, that's on the mid Bollinger too. If this holds it, then we could see him. This could fly if it holds this. My support would be about 176 down to 150. And the target is like 230, somewhere in there. Yeah, 220, 230, right in that range, 223 to 230. Uroy looked pretty good. Yeah, it needs to get above this 50 so the 50 doesn't push it down. But once it does that, I think we should be all right. Assuming it does that. Yeah, that's the worry, is that the 50, it hits the 50 and gets rejected, and then the 50 pushes it down for one more low. I don't think so, but you never know. I think uranium's bullish now. All right, I expect about 622 to hold. We could see that 626.74. I mean, if the market goes crazy, which it can. First support would be in the 613 and ultimately down at 604. All right. That'll do it for me, I think. Be safe out there. And as always, good luck.